in front of hundreds of people, and I wasn't nervous. But now talking just here to the computer, I'm nervous.
Oh,
Go
that's
figure.
silly. You've talked to hundreds of people?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Well, there's hundreds of people watching, so just pretend.
Oh.
Millions. There's millions of people.
As if I wasn't nervous enough. Okay, now that's much better. Thanks, guys.
Cool. All right, well, let's get into it. So today we're going to check out Webb Spruce Creek with Kaylin. Hello, Kaylin. Thank you for coming on.
Good morning, Kaylin.
Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a map. So we're going to check out the location. We're going to talk about an overview of the community. Kaylin said she's got some cool history for us, too, on the community. We're going to touch on financials, HOA, home prices, all the good stuff. And then we are going to hop into some B-roll. We're going to take a little tour of the community. Then at the end, we'll get into FAQs, try to answer some of those for you guys. And that should pretty much do it. So
That should. Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll.
Webb Spruce Creek.
Cool. Can you pull up a map, Sir Justin? All right. So in terms of the location, people usually want to know, in terms of the vicinity of the community, what's the easiest access to shopping, dining, hospitals, things like that. And then a broader range of like airports, beaches, Disney, anything that's sort of a landmark to the area. So if you want to kind of just chat about that, Kaylin?
Sure. I mean, the location is perfect. It's right in the middle of the state. So you're very close to both coasts, the West Coast and the East Coast of Florida. So you can have the Gulf on one side and the ocean on the other side. So the location is great. They're very close to, they're about 0.3 miles from Summerfeild ER. So for any emergencies, you've got resources right there. And within 5 miles, you have Winn-Dixie, Publix, Aldi's, pretty much all the shopping you can handle. And then as far as restaurants, there's a restaurant actually within the community, but there's also restaurants all around the community. So there's no shortage of those either.
Yeah, because Webb Spruce Creek is, how many miles do you think from the villages? It's only like 3 to 5 miles up from the villages, isn't it?
It's very close to the villages, yeah. And as villages grows, last I heard, and I haven't confirmed this, that the villages were going to go up to 120,000 homes.
Yes. No, it's getting huge. But even down that main drag, which is 441 and 27 kind of merge and then go on up north through the villages. Webb Spruce Creek is on the north side of the villages, but literally your stomping grounds for restaurants and the town squares, because we all know the villages is really open to the public, is all the villages stuff. So just down the road.
True. And it's also very, very close to Ocala. It's close to both the Gainesville and the Orlando airports. So regardless of where you're going to go in the world, you can pretty much go anywhere out of Orlando.
Yeah. How far is that drive to the Orlando airport, you think?
That's a good question. Probably, what do you say, Nikki, about an hour and a half, maybe?
I was going to say about an hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not too bad. And it's pretty much the turnpike once you hop on after you get off of 441 and 27. So it's pretty
Right.
easily traveled.
As long as you're not taking a horse.
I wouldn't take a horse on the interstate.
Or your golf cart. No golf carts.
No golf carts.
But I think that's part of the advantage of Webb Spruce Creek is it's literally in between the villages and Ocala, and all of that stuff that you get for all of that, including the springs and the different parks and stuff that are up there, and the state parks and stuff that you can enjoy, that kind of thing.
Well, can we zoom in a little bit? It looks like it's right on a lake or next to a lake.
Yeah, it's right next to a lake, and actually inside the community, they have their own nature preserve, conservation area of 5 acres. And so there's tons of hiking, walking, and biking trails. So if you like the outdoors, you'll love this place.
Yeah.
Cool. And we'll definitely get to see that
Yeah, I don't know. Justin, what's the name of that lake that's to the right? I don't think that's within the property.
Lake Weir.
Oh, Lake Weir. Oh my gosh. Well, that's got dining and great parks. Lake Weir is a popular state park and lake area. Cool. That's just right there. That's cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I think that pretty much sums it up. Anything we're missing, Caitlin? Or Kaylin? I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah, no tea. No, I mean, as far as the area and the area around it, that's about it.
Cool.
I think we got it covered.
Yeah, and
I mean, you're very close to Disney. Disney's just a little bit farther than the Orlando airport, but not much.
Well, and then the big thing that our customers often ask about is healthcare, and of course, the Villages is huge and has all levels. And then Ocala has it too. So you literally have a choice. If you don't like what the Villages offers, you've got Ocala.
This is true. Yeah.
Well, this is a very cool community. I'm looking forward to Justin's video because this is actually one of my favorites. Del Webb makes a beautiful entrance and a beautiful community.
Always.
But you said there's some fun history about it that you learned.
There is. The community itself actually started back in 1970. A developer came in 1970, Monarch Properties, and they purchased the land and they built a 18-hole golf course, a 2-story clubhouse, and 3 model homes, and it didn't really go anywhere. And then in 1974, it stopped in 1974 and it was purchased in 1996 by Spruce Creek Development Company. And they pretty much demolished everything Monarch did. And there was a little bit of a holdup because they had they found gopher turtles on property and they had to be relocated because they're not endangered, but they're on the protected or special concern type list of species. And so they had to be relocated. And then in 1998, Del Webb came in and purchased both Spruce Creek Preserve and Spruce Creek Golf and Country Club for $45 million. And
wow.
So so they came in and, and I'll tell you a little more about the property and what they added, but they kept that original clubhouse that is 32,000 square feet. And that's just one of 4 different amenity areas.
That's very cool.
It's awesome. So how many homes are there?
There are 3,250 homes, and it's on 1,604 acres.
Well, 3,250 homes, that's a good size community.
Yeah, it's a good size.
That is a really good size community.
And there's no more new build?
No more new build. They stopped building in, I think it was 06.
Mm-hmm. I think
I'll tell you for
that
sure.
rings about right.
07. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
2007.
That's an interesting story because I was thinking, when did the Villages start? Because that's when everybody started getting to know 55 plus communities. And I don't know how early they started, but just thinking out loud, why didn't it work back in the 70s? You know what I mean? But really it was in the late 80s that it really took off. And maybe it's because of the baby boomers, the age group.
Could be. Yeah. That would make sense.
It would make sense.
From what I heard too, the gopher turtles are kind of a nightmare to relocate. Like independent people purchasing land, it can be like
Really?
Yeah, I think it's, and I don't.
Why
I don't
so? Do you know?
I don't know.
It might be a fun video to put up, the endangered species.
We'll
in
go
Florida.
interview some gopher turtles.
Or some wild boars. And I'm not talking about the residents. That was a joke.
Yeah.
We actually do have wild boars. I'm sorry, I digress. We actually do have wild boar issues down in the conservation areas of Royal Highland, and somebody had actually talked about, trapping them. So I'm sorry about that wild boar joke. Anyway, let's talk about Del Webb Spruce Creek.
So, what we got dates, we got number of homes. Anything else for overview?
No, I don't think so. I think that really sums it up because it's a great location and a great option. So as far as the number of homes, where it's a big community, and you want to talk about the size homes and then the price point now, or you want to go through the
Yeah, let's hop
drive-through?
into it. This is what everybody wants to know. Everybody's always, frothing at the mouth to know the price range. So.
Okay. All right. Well, it's actually pretty wide range. I mean, the size of the homes go for as small as 800 square feet all the way up to 2,800 square feet.
800?
Yeah, I know. I was shocked as well. And the price range is also very large. It goes from 150 to 450,000. But, for around 250, 300, you can get a very nice two-bedroom or two-bedroom with a den type home. The HOA is very reasonable. It's only $150 a month. And there's also no CD on this community. So it's already been paid. And so you won't have that additional cost.
What does the HOA cover, Kaylin?
It covers basically the community areas, the preserves, recreation facilities, and pool maintenance, security, and trash.
Mm-hmm. And the management company, I'm sure. So
Right, and the management company.
The homeowner still has their, of course the utilities, but also the lawn care and the house maintenance and yard maintenance and all of that, cable and internet. But at least they can make choices. So some people like the HOAs that covers all that, and some people want to do their own lawn, make their own decisions on which cable company, and et cetera. So that's a more free community. I should speak to that.
Well, I'd like to add too that everyone really wants to know the HOA, and they seem like they vary a bunch, but at the end of the day, they're all really competitive. It just depends on what's added in the HOA. Like if you go to an area,
That's a great point.
These developers are smart. They know that if like an HOA is just ridiculous, no one's gonna move in. So at the end of the day, it may seem high in one, blah blah blah, but it usually ends up kind of evening out.
A wash, yeah, because it includes so much, then you're saving it on the other side. So it's just a preference, a hat for every head.
On how much you don't want to have to worry about or how much you want to control.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Now, if you want to golf, now that's a whole nother story. You've got for residents of the community, the prices range anywhere from $1,000 to $4,700 per year. So it depends on if you only want to golf a certain number of months out of the year, and it's only you, there's not a spouse. Then it's less expensive. But then for a full year for a couple membership is $4,700. Then that's according to their website.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, as far as all golf memberships, this seems to ring true. If you play more than 3 times a week, it's worth buying a membership. If you're just going to play once or twice, just pay as you play. So I'm interested in that 800 square foot house. I think, is there villas in Webb Spruce Creek? It seems like they have villas and single family homes. Is that correct, or am I off? We might have to look that one up because I was trying to think.
You would think that it would have to be a villa, wouldn't you? I'm not sure, though. I could check that, but...
Yeah. It just seems I showed ages ago some houses in there, and I want to say there was a villa option. Or maybe it was just a smaller house. That could be, too. So I'm using my 61-year-old memory. We'll get those details.
Mine's not any better at 53, so don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh, we just told our ages.
Oh,
let's not mention weight.
Well, you're older than me, so it doesn't matter for me.
That's true.
Mine's no good at 17, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this gorgeous community. Mm-hmm. Jay Bird.
And you can see all this, right, Kaylin?
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool.
Beautiful. So if you just want to kind of talk about what we're seeing, and then if you want us to pause, let us know.
Okay, sure. So there, like I mentioned earlier, there's 4 separate amenity areas. And don't let me forget to tell you about how many clubs they have, because it's a ridiculous number. This truly is a community that if if you don't find something to do, you're just sitting in your house watching TV. You're not looking because there's always something to do. The Horizon Center is 32,000 square feet. It has a grand ballroom, meeting rooms, a billiard room, which is actually very active. Just ask Justin when we were there. The billiard room was hopping. They've got 5 bocce ball courts and an outdoor pool, a heated outdoor pool there. Then the Lake Vista recreation area, it has a 14,000 square foot clubhouse, a state-of-the-art fitness center, aerobics room. They've got an indoor lap pool, community barbecue.
This was and we're about to show 2 different pools. Which is this, like in a neighborhood, or is this, which pool is this?
I believe that is no, wait, that is,
No, that's like
that would have to be the Lake Vista one.
That's one of the extra pools they have, I think. It's not attached to the amenities, and that's not part of the indoor, outdoor, or the athletic area.
Okay, yeah, the next one I think is attached to the, let's see.
Yeah, it is, for over 3,000 homes, they've got plenty.
Yeah.
Now, this, oh boy, how sweet is that?
That's the resort pool at the Horizon Center.
Yeah.
It's nice, huh?
Very nice. Well, and of course, being a mature community, all the landscaping is mature. It's just beautiful.
It is a very beautiful community, and that pool actually has one of the infinity enters where you just walk in. There's no stairs, so that's nice. Especially if for some older people, it's tough getting up those stairs.
Well, or even younger people, if they have knee surgery or something. As we get older, sometimes we utilize the medical system to help us stay active. So that's always nice. Lots of tennis and pickleball.
Lots of tennis and pickleball, yep.
And of course, it's golf cart friendly.
Yes, golf cart friendly.
So you mentioned a boatload of clubs.
I did mention a boatload of clubs. I'm just going to mention a few. I mean, there's tons of golf clubs for women and men and couples and all that. But they've got all kinds of arts and crafts, whatever you can imagine. They've got a bowling club. They don't have bowling on site, but they do have a bowling alley very, very close to the community. Cancer support groups, any kind of card game you could possibly imagine. They've got the Diamond Dixie Cloggers. I thought that was an interesting one. If you've ever wanted to learn to clog, there you go. They have a synchronized swimming. Huh?
Sorry, this is probably a stupid question, but what is that?
Clogging?
Yeah.
It's where they wear those cloggy shoes and they dance. It's not like tap.
It's Dutch, right?
Probably something.
Dutch?
Yeah, it's more clunkier than tap, I think. But yeah, it's a very, well, I guess an older activity. They have a synchronized swimming club.
Wow.
I know. I thought
That's
good.
their indoor pool at the athletic center. That's very nice, and that's where the fitness rooms are.
That's at the that's at the Lake Vista one. They've got a dog club, karaoke, and there was one I wanted to tell you because you weren't not going to believe this one. They have a writer's block club. So I guess if you're into writing, you can join that club and meet people. So, I mean, that shows you, they just have everything you could possibly imagine. Over 100 clubs.
I think that's part of the beauty and the reason that I love the 55 plus communities at large. It's just that these are all different folks that have retired from careers all across the country. And there are some very cool people that are living there that you wouldn't have any idea. You know, there's some pro pickleball players that live in the area and things like that even, like the top world pickleball players.
So there's a pro circuit for pickleball?
So this is a conservation trail? I didn't, I never even saw that part of it. So that's nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. That is over at the Peninsula Park Recreation Area. And they also have 12 pickleball courts there and sand volleyball, 7 tennis courts, and another pool and spa.
Oh, beautiful.
RV storage.
Yeah, but 5 acres of conservation land.
So I just spotted the RV storage. Is there RV storage there? I didn't even know that. See, that's another thing.
There is RV storage. I don't know what it costs to store there, or if there is a cost, but they do have storage on site, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of getting with an agent and touring around. We can dig down into each person's details as they tell us what they'd like and what they need.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, cool. That's a beautiful community. I did note that the kitchen in the main ballroom area was a full kitchen. Sometimes these communities have catering kitchens and not necessarily the full-on cooking ability. So, yeah, very nice. Yeah. Sorry, Justin. I didn't mean to backtrack on you, honey.
No, you're good. I was finishing the show.
There it is. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That way, when they have their big functions, they can either cook themselves or cater it, bring in full catering opportunities or whatever. Very active community. And just out of curiosity, and I shouldn't be throwing you stuff that we haven't talked about, because you talked about the price range around that. Just currently, how many listings are there? Because it's very slim pickings these days. About, I'm going to say 20, if that.
I would say 20 is about right. I was thinking, because I do have some clients looking in there, and so I've got it set up that it alerts me every time a listing comes on, and I'm seeing probably between 5 and 6 listings per week, which isn't a lot.
Yeah, coming on and going, because they go as fast as they come on.
But come on.
Yeah. The beauty is, though, there's options, and there's always something coming on. So, folks, when you're out there looking and you're deciding which community, once you know the community, then we'll keep you in touch as things come on. Yeah. Cool. And now FAQs. J. Michael's going to ask about fences, and I'm going to ask about gas. Okay, that's a
I
joke.
don't know the answer to gas. That's terrible. I didn't know that. So don't ask me that question, okay?
So at some point in the future, we'd like to do these live so that people can add their own questions.
Yes, that would be fun.
But we got to kind of figure out how to do that. Anyways, in the meantime, can you add a fence for a pet?
No.
Yeah.
That's the short answer. No.
We're going to, eventually what we're going to do is, we're going to compile a list of every community that allows you to do that.
I do have to say, though, sometimes these communities that don't allow fences do allow, the Architectural Review Board might allow a sweet little courtyard that you put in that might just do the job if you're trying to just let a little guy out in the middle of the night without going out with a leash. So, there's, it may say no fences, but I think you should always, even if you're thinking in that area, ask your agent about other opportunities.
Well, and I think there's always solutions too. I mean, you can always do the underground, or like I would imagine.
I was just gonna say,
you could probably put something like a leash attached to something out back, and just like
Maybe I think I don't know, but that's the type of solution that a good agent will discover for your specific needs, the customer's specific needs. It is a natural gas community.
Oh, thank you.
I do believe it is anyway, because I saw the gas stoves in the kitchen.
There you go. Smart lady.
We can verify that too, but I'm pretty sure that they do have natural gas.
Cool. Anything else? Any frequent questions you see when you're working with people?
No, I mean, we've covered quite a bit, and because this community has pretty much everything that every other community has, plus more, Really, it's just a stunning community with a whole lot to do, and you and your other 3,249 friends would enjoy living here. I mean, it's just a wonderful community, and the people are just so friendly and open and welcoming to new residents.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I have to say, sometimes when people are looking at the villages, because that's so close, it's worth popping up there because there's no CDD or bond, and it's a very established, secure neighborhood with a gate guard. That's part of that HOA, pays for a 24/7 gate guard. It has a beautiful entrance. And then you still have the benefits of being able to do the town squares and all the other stuff. So it's a great option if even the villages is on your, on your list. I couldn't think of the word of that list, but anyway. Great. Well, that was wonderful.
Yeah, that was perfect. We crushed that one.
Yeah. Thank you, Kaylin. And I know you're traveling and you're up in Georgia right now, so enjoy the rest of your day. But thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for letting me share all about Spruce Creek.
You got it.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. If you guys want to get connected with Kaylin, just visit explore55plus.com. We got a lot of exciting stuff happening in the future. So I do want to say thank you guys for sticking with us in this journey, allowing us to continue to hopefully add more value to your 55 plus search. Or you can always give us a call or email us. That information is going to be up on the screen.
All right. Bye, y'all. Okay, that was great.